In this video we're going to take a look at the return trip from our visit to the Big Sandy machine gun shoot up in northern Arizona in the spring of 2019. So we headed up from Tucson, checked out a couple of gun shops on the way up to the Big Sandy range, and then instead of driving straight home the same route, we decided to head over to Laughlin. So drove about an hour west and a little bit north and visited or discovered a small shop called Special Weapons and Things in Golden Valley, Arizona, which is some new exploration going west from Kingman, Arizona over to Laughlin, Nevada. Checked out that area and then went south into California and down through some of the towns along the Colorado River. So this is the Special Weapons and Things shop. It was closed the day we visited on a Sunday, but it's neat to just discover gun shops along the route. So if anyone's ever visited that shop, let us know what you think. And as you can see, we're coming down some of the hills into Laughlin and Bullhead City, Arizona. And once we cross the river there, we're now driving through Laughlin, which wasn't very big. It was maybe a couple of miles, a few casinos. And then we drive south along the Colorado River, parallel to Bullhead City over in Arizona, and eventually we'll cross out of Nevada and into California. And there's not a real big sign, there's just a little sign that says you're now in San Bernardino County. I think by now we're already in California on this video. And as we drive along, we'll eventually cross the river and get back into Arizona. I was hoping to find a gun shop in California, but as you can see, there just wasn't a lot of stuff along the road there. So back in Arizona, we did find a couple of things to check out. One of the reasons we wanted to head down the Colorado River to get to Lake Havasu in Havasu, Arizona, was there was a gun show this weekend there, and I had never been able to attend that show before. It's at the Aquatic Center there, which you can see is right next to the Lake Havasu. It's right where the London Bridge, right close to the London Bridge. So after visiting that, we headed south and a little bit east and back towards Phoenix, and you can see some of the terrain. It's pretty interesting. Lots of water and fishing and boating and type of activities because of the dams along the Colorado River. And then because of the historic flooding, there's interesting geology and just terrain. It's pretty amazing scenic areas. The dash cam just looks forward, so it really doesn't do it justice. When you drive it, you can look left to right. You really can see some of the just stunning geography out there. As we were driving past the town of Bouse, I don't know how to say that town, we found this shooting range out there, which is pretty nice. A really nice kept up range. You can see the facilities are nice. Most of them are shooting north, so shade and shadows aren't really an issue, and kept on driving. The rest of this video we'll be heading into Phoenix, and you'll just see what it looks like kind of driving out of western Arizona towards central Arizona. And then as we get to Phoenix is just about when it gets dark out. We stopped a couple of times. I edited out the stops at like gas stations and the restaurant or something along the way, but this is about 12 hours of driving altogether. It took about 5-something hours to get up there, and then maybe an extra hour to get home with the extra mileage. Altogether it was just over 700 miles. And we want to thank our Patreons who give us the opportunity to do stuff like this, to cover events like the Big Sandy machine gun shoot, the largest recreational machine gun shoot that's open to the public here in the United States, which probably means it's one of the largest ones in the world, if not the largest in the world. And being able to get up there, since we are so close, is always appreciated. This time, like I say, we decided to take a little alternative route home and share that with everyone here via the dash cam. So this is driving through Phoenix, and you can see it's getting dark, and once you get through Phoenix, it's about an hour, depending on traffic, an hour and a half or so to get back to Tucson. And